we're taking a look at a 2019 redraft of the Cowboys 2019 draft class. All right. Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm back from the bye week. It was a good rest. I needed to recharge. All right. So today's video is focusing on the 2019 draft class. All right. How is it done? And I'm going to give you a look at a redraft. All right, if we were given the opportunity to redraft, how would this 2019 draft class look? All right, with this redraft, I'm going by the 2019 draft, what was available, where we drafted, and below. So whoever's below what we drafted is a possible selection for that player. So in the redraft, I have quite a few. You know, there's maybe one that I'm keeping, maybe two, but let's get right into it, guys. 2019 Dallas Cowboys redraft. This is woo. Let's get into this. This is gonna be fun. Obviously, this is just a fun little video we're doing here, but let's get right into it. All right. And the first one, right off the bat, Trysten Hill. Is this guy a bust? All right. From everything that you've heard from the pre-draft process. You know, didn't really play his senior year. Coaches had an issue with that. Teammates, I actually did have a teammate reach out to me, you know, DM me and gave me some insight to him. What I got wasn't good either. So, you know, and now you're hearing that he's missing the meeting, falling asleep, and this and that. This is a Vernon Golston territory, you know, and when you're not doing crap and you're falling asleep and doing this and that, it's not a good start. Yeah, he's young and this and that. That is the cop-out excuse that makes me want to backslap somebody. Yeah, we were all 21 back in the day, but we weren't millionaire or rich Dallas Cowboys player, high profile. None of us have been that. All right, so throw that cop-out out there, you know. I don't buy it. Okay, so with the 58th pick, instead of drafting Trysten Hill, the Cowboys select Taylor Rapp, all right, or Quan Thornhill. Both these safeties are balling out. They're doing their thing. Taylor Rapp with the Rams, Quan Thornhill with the Chiefs, all right. Cowboys messed up, and I'm going to stick by that decision, all right. Can Trysten Hill turn around and this and that? Possibly. But look, Rapp and Thornhill, there is no waiting. They aren't projects. They're good to go, and they're kicking that ass. Trysten Hill, drafted. This was a Ron Marinelli pick, a project. He himself is even calling him a project. It's not good. So it looks like a wasted pick. All right. So in my redraft, we either get Taylor Rapp or Juan Thornhill, who are drafted after Trysten Hill, number 61 overall and number 63. So pick one of those guys, and that's our guy in the second round. The third round, the Cowboys selected Connor McGovern. Pec injury has put him on IR. You know, now, you know, they re-signed La'el Collins, Travis Frederick's back. You know, where does he fit into this? Is this just a depth guy? This is looks like another wasted pick. A pick, you know, supposedly projecting to the future. We'll see. We'll see. But for me, in the redraft, Max Crosby, defensive end, drafted number 106. All right, so a couple of picks later, defensive end, you know, we add some depth there. All right. Into the fourth round, the Cowboys selected Tony Pollard. All right. What have they done with Tony Pollard? Not much, but when he's been in there, he looks pretty good. But again, these fourth round guys that the Cowboys keep drafting, as fans, we have visions of explosive offense, putting this and that out there and doing all this. It doesn't happen. The Cowboys don't do it. I hope they get him involved, but I'm not holding my breath, you know. But he's looked good, you know. This one, this is one where I would consider keeping the pick, Tony Pollard. But if not, two other players that I might have considered. Greg Gaines, defensive tackle for the Rams out of Washington. He did pretty good. Cowboys had a conversation with him along the way. And Foster Moreau, tight end. Got to be better than Dalton Schultz. All right, Foster Moreau is that. He's looking good. All right, he's looking like a 4th round steal for the Raiders. So those 3 guys there, or keep Tony Pollard. All right, the 5th round. All right. If you guys have been following me for a long time, you guys know that we covered the 5th round and what the Cowboys do. They either trade the pick, you know, during the draft process for a vet, or they trade it to move up or whatever. But they there's something about the 5th round the Cowboys don't do well, and when they have drafted, they haven't drafted well. So in the 5th round, so Cowboys selected Michael Jackson. As you know, he was just picked off of our practice squad, went to I think it was Detroit. But in this redraft, the Cowboys select Charles Omenihu out of Texas, baby. Number 161. He went to the Texans. In our redraft, the Cowboys take him. More defensive end help. All right. I would have loved to have this pick. The wingspan was crazy. He's had some good games for the Texans, you know. I've seen some Texans games. Omenihu getting in there, getting snaps. Expect more from him with J.J. Watt out, but if you're asking me Michael Jackson over Charles Omenihu, okay, if we had interest in this guy, all right, I would take Charles Omenihu, all right. We had another 5th round pick, Joe Jackson out of the U, baby. Instead of drafting him, the Cowboys select Cole Holcomb, linebacker out of North Carolina. This is a player the Cowboys had interest in during the draft process, and he's the real deal. He really reminds me of a young Sean Lee, just you know, sideline to sideline player. We've already played the Redskins. He was out there. He was always around the ball. I really like Cole Holcomb. Just went to the wrong team. Dang it, man. All right, so in the redraft, Cole Holcomb is a Cowboy. All right. Moving on. The 6th round, Cowboys select Donovan Wilson. Donovan Wilson looked good in the preseason. Cowboys haven't given him a chance during the regular season for whatever reason. The stubbornness that this coaching staff has continues, you know. Xavier Woods looked good in training camp, preseason. Hasn't done really much in regular season. A little bit disappointing. All right, I haven't really seen that big increase that I thought we would see. Instead, we draft Darwin Thompson, running back. All right, he went to the Chiefs, the pick right after Donovan Wilson. So, you know, moving back, if we didn't make that Pollard pick and we redrafted Gaines or Moreau, Darwin Thompson, just as good, you know, just as good. He's probably not as powerful between the tackles as Pollard, but in the 6th round, you're getting a pretty good player, and somebody that can score for you, somebody who can receive as well. He'll catch the ball. He's doing pretty good things there with Pat Mahomes and the Chiefs. So in this redraft, instead of Donovan Wilson, the Cowboys draft running back Darwin Thompson. All right, Cowboys had interest in him during the draft process. The 7th round, the Cowboys selected Mike Weber. All right, I was on his. You know, I really thought that he was going to make this team and possibly even the 53. And you know, I won't overestimate these 7th rounders anymore, because it's rare that they make the team, you know, and especially more now with the Cowboys, that this roster is getting a little bit more full with talent. So instead of Mike Weber, the Cowboys drafted Dontavius Russell, defensive tackle out of Auburn, played for the Jaguars. I mean, he is playing for the Jaguars. He's a big body, you know, and you know, obviously this is a pick I would make, and one of the better players that was still available in the 7th round. But the Cowboys probably won't draft him because he's a big body guy. He's a space-eating type of defensive tackle. Cowboys have under Rod Marinelli don't want that. All right, they want the smaller, shiftier, athletic type of guys, but they're not getting it done. These athletic, smaller dudes, defensive tackle, we're getting rolled. All right, and we're still getting rolled. And then we got some screw ups. You know, Antoine Woods got kicked out of the meeting, and like we said, Tristan Hill as well. You know, that defensive tackle position needs to be fixed. They need to give it some serious attention and put somebody in there that is a professional, man. Enough of this kidding around with these players, man. All right, so that's the pick. The 7th round, the final pick, the Cowboys select Jalen Jelks. This is a pick that I'm keeping. All right, you're there at the bottom of the 7th round. If you go back and you check out the draft, there wasn't really much else that late in the 7th round. So I like what I saw from Jalen Jelks in the preseason and training camp. I think he gives you pretty good size. I think he might be able to, compete for a position. You know, he gives you position flex. He might be able to be your next Tyrone Crawford type of player. But I'm keeping him. All right, so let's review our redraft. In the 2nd round, Taylor Rapp or Juan Thornhill. All right, which one would you guys have picked? In the 3rd round, we went with Max Crosby. In the 4th round, Greg Gaines or Foster Moreau, tied in. All right. In the 5th round, instead of Michael Jackson, we went Charles Omenihu. All right. In the 5th round again, instead of Joe Jackson, excuse me, instead of Joe Jackson, Cole Holcomb, linebacker. All right. In the 6th round, Donovan Wilson instead of him, Darwin Thompson, running back. All right. 7th round, Mike Weber. We took a defensive tackle, Dontavius Russell. And the 7th round, Jalen Jelks. We kept him. Let me know what you guys think about the Cowboys 2019 draft class. As a whole, you're not getting anything out of them. All right, this draft class has not been good. And whether it's the Cowboys putting these guys in position or opportunity, injury, whatever you want to call it, it hasn't been good, and you do need to get something out of these guys, and other draft classes for the Cowboys have contributed. All right, and we're not talking about these guys coming out here and expectations are these guys are going to be Pro Bowlers, but contribute, do something good, make a splash play here and there. None of these guys have done that. Pollard probably the one that really has, and that's your 4th rounder. And it's rare. The Cowboys are barely giving him any opportunities. It's ridiculous. He has home run hitting ability in the return game, in the passing game. That put him in the slot. Be a little bit more creative. They need to do something with Pollard because I think he would. They're not tapping into that potential, and when the Cowboys' offense is sputtering, they need to get him involved. All right, not what's his name? Not number 10. You guys who know who I'm talking about. Pollard needs to be the guy getting involved, not number 10. All right, not number 10. But in this redraft, a lot of these players the Cowboys did meet with. And I just, hindsight's, 2020, whatever the hell you want to call it. But they should have got that safety. Rapp or Thornhill, they should have done it. They need to like I said, they need to reevaluate how they're drafting these players. Because they're missing. And this redraft, it's gold. All right. But let me know what you guys think about this redraft 2019 draft class. Also, let me know what you think about the current Cowboys 2019 draft class. Do you feel like they missed out on a lot of opportunities, players? Let me know what you guys think. Continue to like, subscribe, and share. I'll see you for the next video, guys. Peace.